Okay, so I'm so excited. I mean, I think I Am Worthy came out. Oh, Diana, how long ago was it? Two full years ago? About?
Yeah, yes, exactly.
Yeah,
I think it came out like before 2019.
yeah, because I think
Like
we got it.
November of 2018, I
Yeah, because
believe.
I got it at the 2019 convention. So that was, sorry about the noise. I'm gonna mute myself, guys. This is just the price I'm paying tonight to, you know, hear you all. But so yeah, it's just but it's a great book. And what's nice, if you don't have it, you can still get it. And it's a thin little book. So this is like an
It is.
achievable, something that you can, if you're not a big reader or if you don't have the time or you're concerned about the investment of your time, you can totally tackle this book. I think the bigger investment is maybe the time for the emotional part, like processing and working through the stages of it, even more so than the actual material itself. So tonight, Miss Diana is going to walk us through in one workshop the I Am Worthy book. There's a huge list of oils and a wonderful so if, by the way, if you don't have a little book or something to write in, grab a journal, grab something really quickly so that you have that on hand. And then she will share with us some ways too to grab some oils that if you don't have them. And then, yeah. So I'm going to let you take it away because it's loud and distracting and I feel like I'm making it worse.
Okay.
But I'm
Let's see. I'm still loading my slides here. This. No, this. Oof, I hope it's not blurry. Oh, I see. There's two of those. Okay. Sorry. Integration. And then.
I like that. Good grief, like Charlie Brown.
If I have to move slides around, just be patient with me that I did have to do that. Okay. So here we are. Hi, I'm Diana, and my my little oil company is Wellness is Essential, and so this is based on I Am Worthy: A Journey of Self-Acceptance, which is this book here by Desiree Mangandog, and I'm presenting it here, which means that I have edited a live class that she did and annotated a bunch of information so that you guys could have the information that you want. And so I'm still finishing the last roller blend at the end, but I have the information here to discuss it. So my disclaimer is that we're going to do this protocol, and it is an oil application protocol and a mindset shifting protocol. So be ready and be open and willing to do it, and give yourself the grace to not be feeling stressed or pressured in any way, but just to kind of flow with this, because really the oils are going to do a lot of the heavy lifting, and we're kind of along for the ride energetically, which is just an amazing, that is what drew me to this work in the first place. That's what drew me. So the disclaimer is, these are informational, not intended to replace the advice or treatment of physicians or mental health professionals. And so please, if you need any help mentally, you're feeling very, very, extremely something or other, or it's recurring, please get help, reach out, and get a professional to assist you. And but this is our self-development, right? We're going to use these oils, and it really is going to help us to launch ourselves into just a different us. It's still us, but we're going to launch to, a better us and a more, self-loving us. And that is the whole goal of this, the self-acceptance and worth. You're going to feel that. So we're going to bring that into your life today using oils. So how I am worthy has helped me. So we're going to sorry, let me just explain just an overview really quick before I tell you this one. You can read it obviously, but um, emotional stagnation tends to block the flow of your energy and your essence. So that means your life force, right? The restoration of your harmonious flow is key. So when there's no free flow, there is pain. And when there is free flow, there is no pain. So essentially, oils used in strategic ways and applied to certain points on the body have the ability to change your state of emotions instantly so you can progress throughout your daily life and feel even better during each step of progress because it compounds over time. So you're going to feel more like you're going to feel it like stacking up to lift you up higher, right? Okay, so how I am worthy has helped me. I went ahead and went through the book in early, I believe it was 2019. And it really helped me to discover and face limiting beliefs that have been holding me back in life and stopping me from living my purpose. And I can't tell you how much better I feel now and how I could face my issues and feel my feelings because I have this supportive, this strengthening protocol to lean on and to support me, right? So it's transformative. So the process of transformation is intense and you can go all the way through it as opposed to this book takes 2 months to go through. So you're going to go all the way through it in this one session and you are free to repeat as needed. So today we're going to go through the entire protocol and bring about rapid transformation followed by harmonizing and integration. All of this is possible through using the oil application, right? So this the oils in this application is not the same, okay, as the oils in the I Am Worthy book. So understand that the principles are the same and the guiding information is the same, but the recipes in this book are completely different, even though they do contain some of these oils, than the what we're going to be applying to the body as we go, because Desiree changed it out to some stuff that would be more instantly instead of over time transformative. And also she was super excited to get new oils like our beautiful black spruce, and that just like blew her out of the water. She loves black spruce. So yeah, so it's amazing. Okay, so I'm going to turn to the sorry, see, I knew I was going to get one wrong. The list of oils used in this protocol. So you can screenshot during this class. You're free to do so. You can take notes. I would like to speak through the entire slide and protocol, and then if you have a question or a concern, then I would like you to either raise your hand or ask it in the chat, and then I'll get to it right after that slide. So unfortunately, in terms of substitutions and blends and stuff, she gave a very few of them. And that seems like a huge focus of when people are in class, and I understand because nobody has all the oils. So this is a reason why, I have such an extensive collection because I really, um, you know, use them in all of these different things in all these different ways. So I really want to have all of them. That's just me. So I understand if you guys don't. It's kind of, they're not all a common usage one, top 10 sort of one. So yeah, so we can help each other out. We're a wellness community here. We share with each other, we know each other, we support each other. So we're going to help each other out if you need these, or if you need the recipe for the oils that are in the diffuser recipe, or the oils that are in the roller recipe. I can also make you that roller if you need it. So just please reach out. And these are somewhat in order, but some of them are not. So if you've been able to gather your oils to be ready, then we're going to move on to the next one. So hopefully, yes. So why is this protocol needed? So the reason that Desiree came up with this protocol is because she looked around and she saw that people are living in a cycle of shame and unworthiness and self-sabotage and blame. So shame is a very destructive frequency to live in, as you can see in this chart, and we don't want to stay stuck there. This chart is called The Power versus Force by David R. Hawkins, and it's a map of consciousness that shows us the frequency of shame. It's the lowest frequency, and it keeps us from living as an expansive and powerful person. So we don't want to live there. We want to move out of that area. And as you can see in the little diagram, we want to move out of surviving and into thriving. Because when you're feeling worthless, you can't trust, you can't connect, you remain in that state of shame. And in order to regain your worth, you need to complete a transformation of your energy flow. So not just your mindset, not just how you think about it, but your heart set needs to change. Because when we're suffering, we just keep tearing ourselves apart. We keep focusing on what's wrong, what's lacking, how we're not enough, how we're not doing enough, how we're not being enough, how we're not creating enough. And, then we're disappointed in ourselves. And what happens when that happens? We're not enough to ourselves or the world. We're just disappointed that we're just not enough, right? So that's why we need to do this practice. We want to get that stagnation busted through and just live at a higher frequency where we're not feeling ill, where we're not feeling down every day, where our soul feels free to be enlightened and to be much lighter and brighter. Okay. So we want to do that for ourselves because we were put on this earth to create something beautiful and to be the best person we could be and to grow and learn. So it's really important to have this protocol out here and to share it. And that's what my goal is. That is what's super important to me. So once you've completed this practice, you may need to revisit it from time to time, because unworthiness does come in cycles. So new level, new devil, right? You get to a situation where you think that, okay, and now I'm moving through this way, and then you kind of land in that place and you go, uh-oh, I'm an imposter or something. So you don't want to live like that. You want to keep supporting yourself. You want to keep, turning back to things that help you and that bring you what you need, right? So I have to go this other way because I messed up the order. So the reason for committing yourself to this protocol and this process is you deserve to experience an infinite love, a holy, accepting love for yourself. You deserve peace. This protocol helps to bring you to a higher frequency state of being, which brings you inspiration, creation, unconditional love, right? So we're going to use the essential oils and the different application points on the body from traditional Chinese medicine to move from unworthiness to I am worthy. And I'm going to show you that. Sorry. There it is. So here's the steps in the process. And so we're going to do clear the noise. These are all protocols that are putting oils on, okay? Clear the noise, replenish, and you might think that this order is strange, but there's a reason for this. Uncover the shame, pull the roots, forgiveness, and I am worthy. And then it's going to be followed by some great bonuses, a roller and a diffuser blend that you're going to really be able to use and enjoy. Okay. And then the process, they may not have loaded the process. Where are you, little pink process? Sorry, guys. Boop, boop. Yes, pull the roots. No, see, I didn't load it. Hold on, let me see if I can add it. And sorry. Come on now. There. I have a little old iPad and I apologize. So for it not being there for us. So
they're
there's
gorgeous
the process.
slides. They're beautiful slides, no problem. They're really, I really like that one that had the inverse triangle. I need to like examine that one because that was packed. Really cool.
Right? So did anybody have any comments or questions while I'm loading again? I'm so sorry.
I do. What comes after pull the roots?
Yes. What comes after pull the roots? Okay. Pull the roots. Then we have forgiveness and I am worthy.
There we go. Thank you.
That just makes sense. Even like you think about, I don't even know what pull the roots is, but when you think about it, like pull the roots and then forgiveness, right? And then like you're worthy, like you feeling good, right? Like that would be in the end stages there. I don't know. It just sounds like, yeah, that sounds about right. For spider.
And I like what Cindy said last night about forgive and calling that release. So forgiveness is releasing that, after you pull the roots, you release it all.
Love that.
Yeah, I'll explain how she has that concept. But yeah, I'm happy to share the slides. I do have it in Canva, so it's really easy. Okay, so here's the process. So the process is, it entails moving you out of shame or out of the stuck emotions of unworthiness and into feeling your worth and potential. So moving from shame to worthiness is a process because you have to first clear the stagnation, that obstruction of that old pattern of unworthiness, and shame. So you have to clear that. That's a blockage. We're holding on to that. That's preventing us from moving forward. Okay. So we got to clear that out. So there's some demo involved in this. Then you're going to, and clean up after the demo. Then you're going to nourish, strengthen, and support yourself, because you need that after you've had this intense clearing, right? And so then you're going to strengthen and support yourself and harmonize and integrate at the last step the new pattern of desired and empowered energy into higher frequencies, right? So the new higher frequencies, your body will now recognize those and receive that new pattern and lock it into your everyday existence, lock it into who you are now, who you are today, after you've gone through this, not the person you were yesterday who was hanging on to these blockages, right? So that's what's really, really important, is to be able to help your body to integrate those. And it's something that's really, really important. So yes, we did get Magnolia in the kit, and she loves that Magnolia roller. So going on to the first step. Are you ready, kids? So I would like you to reach for your oils. So those are our tea tree, wintergreen, and marjoram. So if you have them. Okay, so, and if you only have tea tree, then just use tea tree. Okay. So you're going to be looking at these diagrams and I'm going to explain it to you. So do you see that? Obviously you see that it's 2 drops of tea tree, 2 drops of wintergreen, 2 drops of marjoram. So what we want to do in this protocol is we're going to mix them all together. So I'm going to have you guys go ahead and put that in the palm of your hand. Look at the spaces where it's wanted. So it's wanted here under C7, which is right here under that neck bone where it starts to be your back. That's where C7 is. And then of course your chest, so your heart, breast area, in between the breast area, and then the abdomen. So the whole abdomen, rub it on in a circular way. So these really smell awesome. I'm going to put them on too because I love this protocol. It's really amazing. I have another one that's really good too that I can't wait to put together a class on and teach, which is about getting rid of those cord cutting. If you guys know what cord cutting is, getting rid of stuff that's hanging on to you and that you're hanging on to, right? So there, chest. And so, yeah, obviously be in a space where you can reach it. Feel free to turn off your camera and apply your oils if you have to, bare some skin and you don't feel comfortable with that. So what is this noise we're talking about here? What's this noise? The noise is noise that we're exposed to every day. So we're exposed to this noise every day from external sources and internal sources, right? So this noise can range from negative opinions and judgments of others to our own inner critic and our own negative self-talk, right? So it can also be what we're taking in from media or news and comparison that steals our joy. We can end up carrying the problems and the burdens of the world upon our shoulders because it's all just coming in and we're just accepting it, right? We're accepting it as a weight that we need to carry. And it's on our shoulders. That world is on our shoulders. It's weighing us down. It's disrupting our mental clarity. We don't need to carry that. We don't need to hold that. That is not our responsibility. Okay. So we need to learn to get that off of our shoulders, take away that burden, and also discern between what is music, right? Something beautiful that you want to take in, and what is noise, right? So we need to learn that, and we need to turn towards the music in our life and turn away from the noise in our life. So movement and activity in this protocol can help you clear the noise. So wonderful. So if you're feeling like if you applied these and immediately you felt like I need to stretch, then stretch. If you immediately felt like I need to move my arms or I need to move my legs or I need to stand up, do that. You can exercise. You can do like a loud sigh, exhale, like, letting it all down from your shoulders, right? Or you could do the lion's breath like Joan taught us, where you're, and leaning forward, really getting that out, exhaling that noise out of us, right? Go away, noise. I don't need you anymore. Okay. So in this blend, the marjoram is for cleansing worry and overthinking. So it calms that sense of not enough, that scarcity mindset, that sense that we're just not doing enough or being enough or getting enough, right? So then we move on to tea tree, which is one of the most amazing oils for interrupting stuck patterns of thinking. This is something that can help you remove recurring negative and disempowering thoughts from your mind and from things that just keep coming up and telling you something that you're not, or you forgot to do that, or why did you this and that? Okay. So tea tree is going to interrupt that pattern. You can feel free to use tea tree on its own and just like apply it to your head. Say you're feeling like gossiping. Say you're feeling like, oh, somebody is just, that person is so irritating and I just can't believe. Just put this on and stop saying that. You're done. You don't need to say that anymore. You don't need to think that anymore. You can let that go. So that is what's amazing about tea tree. And then we have our wonderful wintergreen, right? So wintergreen is great for stubborn attachments. So this helps to break up the demolition I was talking about and take away what isn't serving you. So we hang on to things. We don't need them, but we just get really like, I'm going to hang on to this and I'm going to feel, mad about it. And how come? Let it go. We need to just let it go. Okay. So it's not hurting you in this moment. And it's not, it's hurting you as much as you allow it into your life to do this bad work to you. Okay. So we don't want that. Let's be able to let it go. So like Cindy went through and talked about yesterday, this is a detoxification process. You can feel this stagnation clearing, and sometimes it makes you have to blow your nose, or it makes you feel a little bit lightheaded, or some fatigue or emotional release. Sometimes you can feel anger, you can feel tears, you could feel like you're something in your body, a certain place. So later on, after we're done with this whole protocol, I want you to remember the detox reaction support ideas that you can do, which are to stretch or do like restorative yoga, take a bath, drink plenty of water, allow yourself to feel your feelings. That's the main one. Allow that flow to happen. Let's not be in denial. Let's not be holding back. Let's let it flow out. Okay. So right now, we're going to take a deep cleansing breath, right? We're going to breathe in really deeply. And then we're going to release and let it go. Let it go. And also move a little bit with this. You let out that push it with your hands, push it away and just, okay. So you're letting go of the lies. You're letting go of that BS. You're letting go of that self-judgment. You're getting yourself unstuck and you can feel it. You can feel that release. You're unstuck. You're not there, that person that was before you did this. You're a person who has started to break that pattern and build a new one. So now we're going to go ahead and kind of shake out a little bit and prepare for the next step, which is replenish. So as I said, this is intense. And if you are feeling any kind of like super, reaction where you want to, say something about it or you're concerned about it, please reach out and let me know. Okay. So we're going to go on to replenish. So some people might think this is strange, right? So it is a little bit strange. This is a super simple one. So did you guys see that I brought my entire box of oils up here? So just for ease of grabbing everything here, that's what I did. So you can use your rose touch and you can use your frankincense touch if you wish, or your bottle of frankincense in this one. And or if you're like super fancy and you have your rose bottle, you can use it too. You definitely felt the detox. Yeah, I think that Cindy did too. Yeah, she got lightheaded, and I was trying to remind people that it's not, just to kind of keep yourself as clear as possible, right? Not be doing a lot of stuff, just taking in water and kind of just, it's almost like you're at a yoga class, right? You're not gonna like just had a heavy meal and all this other stuff. You're wanting to do this with, you know, that lightness in yourself, right? Okay, so for the replenish, why are we doing replenish? Replenish before going on to the next protocol, which is uncover the shame, is because we want to build you up. We want to strengthen you for the heavy clearing because we're doing it all at once. Okay, so the replenishing phase brings up the balance of yin after that yang intensity, right? The yang was us moving and clearing and breaking up stuff, right? So now we're going to pull back in. We're going to pull in and be in ourselves here in this moment, and we're going to replenish that, right? So the clear the noise protocol removes those essence depleting frequencies of negativity, and this replenish is going to restore the essence. It's going to prepare you for the next chapter. So the rose and the frankincense can be applied separately and like layered on to the areas that you see highlighted, right? So you're going to put it on your heart space here. You're going to put it on those wrist creases, the inside of them, always, not the outside of them. You could see the crease in your wrist. So that should tell you it's on the inside, right? And then this spleen 6, right? So it shows you in the thing, it's on the inner leg, not on the outer leg. Inner leg, you're going to put your hand on that ankle bone, and it's going to be right above your 4 fingers right there. And you can feel that, and you may feel some soreness in that area, and it's okay. Just apply it and rub it into that area, and on both legs. So on both legs. So I can feel that there, that little bit of soreness, right? So what does rose do in this blend? Rose is and frankincense both are strengthening your lungs, your pericardium, which is the sac that holds your heart, and your heart. Okay, because these are some important organs in traditional Chinese medicine that help you to manage pretty much everything inside of you, right? So because what are you going to do without a heart, right, guys? So you're going to go ahead and put that on, and the rose is really a beautiful yin oil. So it's very feminine, right? Which probably a lot of you already knew that. So the yang is masculine, the yin is feminine. And so it brings you that, it gathers, it brings up the yin, it brings that unconditional love, the self-acceptance, the feelings of worthiness and being deserving of love. So that's all in this beautiful rose and frankincense blend that we're putting on. They're both supporting each other. So frankincense is amazing. It is the ultimate in harmonizing. Okay, so harmonizing means that the oils work together and work with your body. Okay, so when you put on frankincense, it helps to distribute whatever you're using all around to the places inside of you and on you, your meridians, where they're needed. Okay, and it helps the oils to work together and integrates and locks in that new energetic pattern into your body. So you know, now we're going to do a little talking about this, and we're going to say to ourselves this: you deserve a change from this time of noise and this feeling of lack in yourself. You can leave it behind. Just say enough. Say it to yourself. Say enough. Enough. You don't need to be that person anymore who's super hard on yourself, who's being, negative. You're critical. Okay. You're not that person. You can leave that behind it's enough. You're fine now because you're getting that cleared away. And we're going to continue the clearing in just a minute. And you're feeling, you know, more joy, more gratitude, more bliss. That's all. This is opening you to that. And you deserve it. You deserve it because you've lived with those things too long. And you don't deserve to live like that. You deserve to live as the beautiful being of light that you are. So let's say enough, get that clearing, moving on from us, and let's just hold ourselves in joy and gratitude that we're replenishing. So enjoy the rose and the frankincense. If you would like to, you can put your hands up and take a deep breath of that. And that's really just wonderful before we move on to our next step. And I also want to check how people are doing and if you have any questions. So up till now. And remember that I'm happy to bring back up the slides later and help you with those if you need them. So everybody's applied their oils. Everybody's ready to move on. So I'm not seeing any chat. So I'm going to go ahead and go on to the next step, which is not in the right order. Uncover the shame. Okay. So what does that mean? What does that mean? Okay, that is, yes.
I'm sorry, Diana, and I know I'm loud. I'm sorry, guys.
No, it's okay.
So if we were doing this not in 1 hour, right? Like, would you recommend doing the series of protocol and then repeating that, meaning like this one, then this one, or is it more like do one for a week and then the next one for a few days until you feel ready to move on? Like, which way does that work?
She devised this to do it all at once and then to deal with the clearing afterwards. So this is
deal with it.
all,
I love
all
that.
in one go thing.
Okay.
Yeah, it's so she just really wanted you to do that. So
but that's a little different than
green.
It's a little different than the I'm Fabulous, where you kind of work through one and then when you felt ready to move to the next, you move to the next. This is like do it and then be repeating it. Okay, I got it now. Thank you.
It's an avalanche, kids. I apologize. It's quite the avalanche, but it's really cool because I felt like I did this about a month ago and I was just amazed at the results. It was great. And it wasn't like a super difficult, long thing to recover from. So it's okay. We can do this. So next, what are our oils? Get your oils. We have wintergreen, black pepper. Black spruce does not need to be used as a sub. If you have it, just use it along with the black pepper because black spruce is just yum, yum, amazing, right? So we love our black spruce. And then we have our little buddy black pepper here. And then the wintergreen, of course. So, okay. So you're going to apply your wintergreen to the top of the head. So just like tip your bottle and apply one drop there. Just feel it on that crown of your head, right? And then I just went ahead, when we were doing the class, we just went ahead and put the black pepper and the black spruce on the palm and then just rubbed it over the heart space, right? And then you're going to give yourself the treat of putting the frankincense on the bottoms of the feet after you've completed your protocol. So that's last. That's not first, that's last. Do the frankincense last. So, okay, black pepper and black spruce together. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. They smell so amazing. And also, if you want to breathe in, inhale and breathe these in your hands, right after, just go ahead and do that. Just take them into your heart and just kind of envision taking them in to and surrounding your heart with these, okay? by breathing it in, right? Because you're in kind of ingesting it in that sense, right? You're taking it in inside of you. And then this would be a great time to have the frankincense touch on the bottoms of the feet. So you can go ahead and like rub your feet down while we talk about this protocol and explain, because what this protocol is about is a lot of stuff. so this is a big one, right? So what happened? We removed that negative energetic influence of other people's judgments, that noise, right? We cleared the noise. So now we're able to see for ourselves more clearly that we've adopted some shame stories as our truth. Okay, we've now that we take away that noise, we can see more clearly into what is the actual root of the problem. Okay, so this step is crucial to emotional healing. Why? Because when we allow ourselves to fully experience pain, we can then release it. It's all about that flow, right? The pain is in the stagnation. The flow lets the pain move through, and we've survived it. We've gotten through it. We're stronger now, right? So wintergreen at the top of the head, our wintergreen, that is wonderful to loosen those stubborn blockages. Okay, so that's going to prepare those obstacles to be released and allow you to let go of pain. So wintergreen is great for that, right? We've all used wintergreen physically, and it's very supportive for pain. So it helps to let go of that. Then we have our beautiful black pepper and black spruce, and that's strengthening and nourishing to the heart. And so that helps you to bring the pain to the surface. Okay, so our heart hurts, right? When we feel sad or hurt, our heart hurts, right? So we want to be there for our heart and strengthen it. So black pepper is a uncoverer of problems. It allows us to dive deep into that shame story, past those surface excuses of, oh, well, they just didn't mean that. Or, well, okay. So, people who we love hurt us. People who we grew up with hurt us. They hurt us. And then we carry it with us. But we need to realize that that's closing up our chest, that's holding us really tightly and not allowing us to fully breathe and fully expand into who we need to be. So we have to let it go. We have to go on, right? But we can't go on and we can't get rid of it if we don't know that it's there and we're denying its existence and we're being, like, no, I'm avoiding this problem. I'm just going to pretend it's fine. It's not fine. Underneath, that it's not fine. And so now you've taken the black pepper that's gotten digging in there and is like letting you know it's okay. Your heart is strong enough to handle this. Okay. So the black spruce, she loves it because it has all the frequencies of light. It's exposed to all the frequencies of light due to it being that forest tree that's up there in the aurora borealis. So that's why black spruce is precious to Desiree Mangandog, and why when it came in, it brought in a whole new energy that she realized black spruce can be used for so many different things because of that. It is like our super nourishing and like has a lot of different purposes for energetic use. So it's an amazing product there, an amazing tree that really just is there for us. It really supports us. So black spruce helps you to cleanse the regret, helps you to cleanse the disappointment. It releases that pressure that you're holding on to and you're holding in, right? You don't want anybody else to know that you feel sad about this or hurt or about that or ashamed of this. And so you're just holding it in. No, you can let it go and you can move past that emotional burnout with the black spruce. So, of course, the frankincense again is wonderful for harmonizing and nourishing. So that just helps to help the black spruce and the black pepper all work together to make your body and your energy feel better. So, and your feelings, right? So, here's the space where we're going to get out our journal and understand that this is the place to release a little bit here. So your feelings have come up when I've explained this to you and you've thought about it and now it's on you and you're feeling it in you. Your feelings have come up. So you need to acknowledge them. They're there. Admit it. So you can write it. You can write about your sorrow. You can write about your fear. You can write about your heartache. You can completely describe it. If you're a not so much about writing person and you're alone and don't have anybody listening to you, you can say it out loud. Like you can talk about it to yourself. Okay. So you can talk about how have you failed and disappointed yourself. You might start to feel a sense of this complaining from yourself, like complaining, anger, blaming. Well, if they hadn't done this, then I wouldn't be like this. Stuff like that, right? So these things will come up. Those are getting unearthed, right? You need to acknowledge it. You feel regret. You feel disappointment. You might feel bitterness. You might feel sadness. Don't avoid it. So we're going to embrace and experience that pain. We're going to allow ourselves to name the cause or the event that led you to keep this shame hidden from yourself. You don't want to deal with it. You hide it. You avoid it. We're not going to do that anymore. We're going to stop avoiding. We're going to take responsibility for these feelings. We're going to hug them and embrace them. They have helped to make us the person that we are today. And we're going to move on from that. If we don't acknowledge that they're there, if we don't feel them, if we don't say, drying our tear, letting those tears out and dry our tears, or shout something and say like, I can't believe that happened. I'm so mad about that. Whatever it is, you need to get through it. You need to embrace those feelings. It's hard. You can get through it. You can let it go. And during this time, just take a minute and I will give you another minute to do so. But you might later on experience more things that are coming up, more things that need to be cleared, more things that are surfacing. Go ahead and write them down and release them with no judgment. So we did this, talked about this with, sorry, I knocked over my frankincense, with Trixie. And, you can write it in a journal. And then you can rip it out, or you can rip up the paper, and cross out the words or mush them out with marker or something so you can't read them anymore, or burn it. Some people find those things to be really, really, like it's like, go away, you terrible things, I'm done with you now. So that's the kind of thing that we want to be able to use this exercise to do, is to just understand that we can support ourselves to let these things go. They're there. They don't make us any less. Okay. This shame and hurt, those don't make us less than what we already are. We are never changing the value and the worth of each human being that's here. That's not going to change. We are valuable. We are deserving. We do not need to hold on to this and make ourselves sad over it over and over again. Okay. So uncover it. It's okay. You're strong enough. You can do this. Okay. So I don't know if we are ready to move on to the next one, or if anybody wants to say anything, but yes, they're beautiful. Those two. Oh, black pepper and black spruce. Yes, we do put a lot of value on words, and we get really stressed out about feeling things. So especially in our society, we're told not to feel stuff. So if you guys are ready to do pull the roots, then don't say nothing. But if you are not ready, then speak right up. All right. Woohoo. You guys are champs. I'm so excited about this. Okay. Pull the roots. Here we go. This is step 4. We are getting through this. Are you guys amazed at this? This is like wild. It's wild getting this all done. I feel like I'm on a roller coaster, but yeah, I hope you guys feel like you're on a roller coaster too, but not in a bad way.
And
So
just the first part, I feel very free. I feel like I've
good.
just let a lot of stuff off, a lot of a burden been released.
Yeah, and you're an energy worker. You have experience with this, so good for you. This is like a perfect thing for you, and it really helps to work with this going forward as well. So that's great, Tammy. I'm very excited about it and bringing this to everyone. So here we are at pull the roots. Okay, so this section right here is not necessarily like a section where we're like doing what we did in the last one, but we're just going to go over. So what is going to happen here is this is the cleanup crew. Okay, so this pull the roots is going to go deep, and it's going to go work hard, but it's going to do it with the oils. Okay, so let's get out our oils. So what do we need? We need copaiba and lemongrass. So get those. Get your copaiba and lemongrass. And we also need some cypress and turmeric. So let's see. And yeah, like I said, I don't have a lot of substitutions here, but she did say that if you don't have lemongrass, you can use tea tree in this, and or niuli if you happen to have niuli. I don't know why you'd have niuli if you didn't have lemongrass or tea tree, but hey, you might. So you can use the copaiba and lemongrass. If you don't have lemongrass, you can use tea tree or niuli. Okay. But if you do have lemongrass, make sure to use it because she developed it this way and they work together really nicely. Okay, so cypress and then my buddy turmeric. So she was super excited about turmeric because turmeric is one of the few oils that brings in the bitter pungent, which is what she was looking for to really help balance out. They're still not, of course, salty oils. If you know about traditional Chinese medicine, you know that's also another condition that you need to work with, but that's okay. That's okay. We're doing great. We don't have garlic oil, garlic essential oil. Anyway, that's fine. We'll figure it out. We're doing fine how we are, right? So here's pull the roots. So you're going to put on that copaiba and lemongrass blended together. So you're going to do those first. So you'll do that on your sacrum, which is the base of your spine. So you're going to have to like move your pants area there. And you're going to put them on your lower abdomen. So this is kind of a pants lowering kind of situation. So go ahead and if your camera is, wide enough to see you, go ahead and turn it off and go ahead and apply them. And if it's not, then good for you. You got the right camera angle going, right? So we're going to go ahead and put that on. So the sacrum is super important place, that base of the spine. That place is a really interesting place where shame can hide. It's interesting. But we hold these things, we hold these energies, these emotions in different parts of the body. And, you know, shame cannot live unless it is not faced. Okay. So if you don't face it, it's going to continue and go on and on. Right. So yes, shame and fear. So shame is just hiding. It likes to hide. It likes to stay in places where you're unaware that it is. Okay, so this protocol is building on this energy shift that we just created. If you're feeling like headachy or feeling like a little bit, you know, you're feeling that movement happening, I am. You can drink some water and you could still do this protocol, but just, you know, take care of yourself. Don't leave it. Go ahead and stop for a second and just drink some water and breathe a second. Okay. So we're building on that energy shift with the pull the roots that we just created. And this will truly and completely release you from that victim role to this new frequency of worthiness and giving yourself the love and unconditional acceptance that you deserve. This final step is the energetic cleanup of all that hidden and unacknowledged shame residue that remains inside you. So the sacrum is a place where shame goes to hide, and then it begins to rob us of our vitality there, like a parasite, like Carrie was saying earlier. It's just there and we don't realize it, and it's just, you know, draining us. So Copaiba is wonderful for that. It grabs that hidden shame from all over the body, all over the energy meridians and all the organs, and it clears away the residual worthlessness that was felt there and was held there. And then lemongrass. Lemongrass is super cleansing. It's powerfully cleans and clears that shame away and helps to break up any self-sabotage that might lead you backwards, right? Lead you to any problems, right? Then we have our lovely cypress. So we apply that to the inside of these wrist creases and rub them together, right? And we're going to inhale the cypress for 3 minutes. So you can put that on your palms to inhale it. And just really, really sit there and just breathe it in. So what is cypress doing for us? Cypress is supporting the clearing of negativity. It's restoring the flow. This is about flow, okay? And it's restoring that flow of emotions. We're not holding back. We're not keeping it pent up anymore. It's restoring that flow. It's allowing us to detach from the outcome. That's a big one right there. And release that underlying frustration and anger that we may be holding toward ourselves. You don't blame yourself. Those things, you know, the people that let you down or things that happen that, you know, hurt you or you felt that changed you, you know, those are things that, you know, you should not be punishing yourself for. You should not be blaming yourself. You should not be feeling victimized. You are the hero in this story. Okay. So you inhaled that. And so the turmeric, that's going to be applied to liver 14. So I know that looks funny because it looks like you're putting it on your bra there. So that's the bra. It's trying to show that it's at the bra line in front on your chest under the breast center. So that kind of like in line with the nipple of the breast, just right under the breast. Okay, where your bra would be held. So you're the hero. You're doing stuff. You don't need to feel like, you know, sad, and you don't
Is
need to
that-
feel held down.
I'm sorry, Diana, is that specific to the right breast or is it either either?
No, put it on both breasts.
Okay.
So do that on both sides. That liver 14 is on both sides there. And so yeah, it's kind of confusing, sorry, but you know, or if you're a guy and you're like, I don't wear a bra, why am I putting this on my bra? So it's just trying to show you where it would be. So, you know, it's kind of, it's under the breast, that line where you, like where they measure your chest size, right? They measure that under the breast, that area, like the general chest measurement there. So that's where you want it, but in the front, in line with the nipple, the center of the breast, that's where you're putting the turmeric. So what does turmeric do? Turmeric is amazing. Turmeric is moving that stagnation in the emotions of anger and indecision. So it's clearing that liver and gallbladder, and it's addressing self-disappointment. This turmeric is wonderful because it can purge those difficult patterns that we've become attached to, patterns that we thought were helping us cope. Okay. So, but they're not. They're not helping us cope because we're in that circular thinking, right? Keep going back over and over again. We need to get out of that. We need to move forward and progress in time in our life. Things happened in the past, they affected us. That's not in denial. We're not saying that that didn't happen. We're saying that we lived through it. We changed. We are going to move on and out of that phase of being sad about that and being worried about that. And we're going to, or being angry about that, hurt about that. And we're going to move on because we deserve to. We deserve a full life. We don't need to stop ourselves from living a full life because something happened to us that hurt us. Okay. So you're going to be able to purge those difficult patterns that you've become attached to with turmeric. And the other thing that's amazing about turmeric, and we all know it's an amazing oil that does so many things, right? Is that it's going to drain that toxicity. It's going to inoculate us against that growth of any bad energy, right? So that's those roots, right? So that's how you pull the roots. You find it, you open it up to the light, and you pull it, right? And so the turmeric helps to do that. It's taking that toxicity away. Okay, so let us all take a cleansing breath here. We're going to take a cleansing breath. I would like you to make sure that your feet are touching the ground, that you are connected to the ground. If you're sitting on the ground, that's fine, but just kind of fold your knees and put your feet flat on the floor and just join the ground for just a second. And then let's just go ahead and breathe in and listen to the exhale. Listen to the flow. Feel the flow of the air going out of you, okay? So we have pulled the roots. Now we're going to have a meditation moment, okay? So, sorry, me and these slides are having a bad day together. If I can't find it, I'm going to have to add it. Let me go back, see what I did. There's integration. That guy. Nope. Here I go again. Okay, get ready for meditation, guys. I'm going to find
these slides are amazing, Diana. I really like that you showed us where, like with the L whatever 14 and everything. I like that you gave us that like in a diagram. Thank you for putting all that effort in there.
Oh, good. I'm glad. So, and then I'll have to load the other slides in just a minute, but I made this because I would like you to be able to envision this right here, right? So when you're doing this meditation moment, you're just taking a minute for yourself. Please save this and do it again when you do the process again, go through the process again. So you're working on being able to breathe into that heart center, just taking in the breath, to the heart center, feeling that, like kind of expanding that heart, the chest and your heart, right? And you're going to envision a beautiful ball of light. So this a little bit like Qigong, right? So it's like you're seeing this light, this ball of light. It's right there in front of you. It's in your hands. You're going to look at it and you're going to feel it expanding and growing and brightening in your hands. Then you're going to take it and you're going to go ahead and bring it to your heart. And you're going to push it into your heart. Now you contain it. It's inside of you. It's brightening you. It's expanding you. Okay. You're going to just breathe and build that ball of light from inside of you until it grows and brightens and grows and brightens and grows. It just becomes bigger and expands until you're shining the light out of yourself. And you can see this, you're envisioning this in your mind. You can close your eyes. You can just really take that time by yourself, with yourself, for yourself, and just really, feel that shining out of you. Like you've taken it in, it's become this nourishment for you. Now it's become you, right? And you're able to shine it out of yourself down into the earth all around you. That's what this moment is. It's the moment of just being able to envision that beautiful ball of light, which is really yourself and your healing, and just bring this beauty. See yourself transforming. This is the transformational moment. This is the heart set transformation that you're going through here in this meditation moment. So just save this, please, and do this again. Maybe if you're feeling like you can't necessarily envision that right in this moment, right now, at least just try to remember we went through this together, but you can do this alone, and you can really, really take a moment and do this meditatively and really just build that beautiful ball of light and work with that energy. That's your energy. That's your energy that you're bringing to the world. And it's brighter and bigger than ever. Isn't that exciting? So, woohoo. Okay, sorry, I'm gonna fix my slides again here. And you guys can tell me how you feel if you want and let me know. So, anybody have anything to comment? I can't read the comments right now while I'm loading the slides.
They feel warm. They feel like sun-kissed almost. Kind of freaky.
I love it.
But so
isn't it
cool.
Interesting? It is very interesting how much it like feels good, and how different you feel as a person, like, going through all of that. So yes, I'm really happy to bring this to you and to share this with you, because I just feel like we all, can use this and love to share this and make use of it for ourselves, right? So
place for the meditation after all of that cleansing and the root, and then it just brings you uplifted and joyful. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. I want to make sure everybody's doing good and everybody's drinking a little bit of water. Would I recommend the morning or evening? I did it in the evening, and I thought it was nice to be able to like just go to bed afterwards and be like, ugh, So I would say you can do it at any time, but I think it's good if you give yourself that space where you're gonna be able to rest afterwards. I think that's a good things. So if it's like, give yourself a little spa day, a time when you're not racing around doing stuff or having to deal with other things after you work on it, because this is time for you and this is restoring to you, right? So going forward, I want you all to know that you need to see you in order for others to see you. Okay. So shame consumes light. I know it's true, Trixie. I did too. I feel that too. I felt head pain after and felt like oof, heaviness, but watch, you'll see. It'll clear out. So shame consumes light, and you will want to renew this protocol from time to time to keep yourself shining. So let's make sure that what you go forward with is to honor and respect your needs and your wants. You have to honor and respect those boundaries, because if you say no to others, then you can say yes to yourself. So where we want to live in is the space of finding the right time and the right place to give, and giving from a place of light, giving from a place of fullness and not depletion. We're not giving and giving up that life essence. We're giving because we have plenty and we're overflowing and we want to give. Okay. So let's remember that it's not I have to, but it's I get to. Okay. And so next we're going to move into the forgiveness protocol. So let's grab our oils. Yeah, I'm sorry, Trixie. I do feel that too. I feel physically, I feel it, and you're going to feel it, and you may continue to feel it. I did this protocol and my the other protocol, the cord releasing protocol, and my husband, and then he was like, I just feel so mad. I don't even know why I feel mad, but like it's just you're just that energetic release is just there, so he was like, I feel mad about this, so it's okay, it's gonna happen. So now we have our ylang ylang, helichrysum, and eucalyptus, and you can use the helichrysum in the roller or in the bottle. So just go ahead and grab your oils. I'm going to use the one in the bottle. And for those of you who, feel sometimes like things are too, the taking it in is somewhat intense, or you're feeling like something's not like mixing well, that is something that happens when you're kind of out of balance. So it's okay. It just like if you're like crazy and you want to like eat it, love it, you're over obsessed with it, that's just a little bit out of balance. Or if you're like, I just hate it, it's a terrible oil, I hate the smell of just power through, okay? Because it loves you and it's going to do its best for you, whether you like it or not. That's how oils work. They lift you up. So this is just one drop each of the ylang ylang, the helichrysum and the eucalyptus. You're mixing those together with your two hands there, and you're going to apply it to your heart space, what those little circles are, your chest, and the diaphragm, or the solar plexus. Same name same place, different name. So you just mix those together, right? And then you're going to apply those to that chest and the heart space, and then that solar plexus. So that's forgiveness, and that's really, really a lovely blend. And then just to help you even more, you're going to find your frankincense and you're going to apply it on what's called stomach 36. So that is under the knee, like in the front of the leg, somewhat between the bone. You can't feel the bones necessarily. You can feel one of the bones in your leg usually. So apply it to that under the knee. And that's where that, it's like on the kind of on the more on the outside of your leg there. So you feel there's like one bone farther inside. That's a bone you feel. Then apply it on the outside of that. So you get between those two. Okay. And sometimes you're feeling that area and it feels a little tender. So that means you found a spot that needs it. So go ahead and just rub that in there. And as always, if you like the blend, go ahead and breathe it in. Breathe it in and just really enjoy it, because it's the healing and the beauty of this forgiveness, right? So this is a restorative. This is restorative and replenishing. So this is a nourishing, harmonizing, and self-compassion building exercise here. So this is time now with the ylang ylang and the helichrysum eucalyptus and the frankincense to bring in the new and let go of the old. So you're letting go of those old injuries, those old wounds. You're forgiving for your own internal healing, not for somebody else, for yourself, to release you from the bonds of unforgiveness, okay? To release you from those bonds of hurt. So Ylang Ylang is really lovely, and it is preparing the heart to receive the love, nurturing, and healing. It helps release disappointment and betrayal. And then you have your wonderful helichrysum. And if you don't have helichrysum, it's possible you could use Correctex or Immortel, but like the helichrysum really is the best because it's pure and it's like just really perfect for wounds, right? So it works for wounds, energetic and emotional wounds, as well as anything that's wounding you physically, right? So it's wonderful to put on when you're feeling sad or feeling wounded in any way emotionally. So it alleviates pain and it allows for complete healing, the helichrysum on the heart area. Okay. And then we're looking at the eucalyptus next. So the eucalyptus is the harmonizer in this blend. And so it has the all the oils working together, and it brings the healing to the heart by reminding us that we're whole, we're complete. We're expelling all of that which does not belong, and which is self-judgment. So all of that doesn't go, it's like that doesn't go with what we're doing here, right? So the eucalyptus helps us to really, really target in that healing and that expanding in the heart so that we feel better. This is forgiveness for your sake, not for their sake. Okay. No matter what happened with somebody else, or, those kind of things where you feel hurt, you're forgiving, but it's for you. It's so you don't have to worry about it anymore. It's so you're not carrying it around anymore. And you're forgiving yourself for anything that you were blaming yourself for that you really shouldn't be blaming yourself for. We have experiences, we have things that happen to us, and we can't go back in time. We just can't. So we have to only go forward in time. We can't go fix it. We can't, hurt in order to stop hurting. We have to heal in order to stop hurting. So that's why we do this forgiveness. Okay. And so the next step is step 6, which is I am worthy. So how are you feeling, guys? You feeling good?
Diana, I'm sorry. Can you
Yes.
Can you talk about the frankincense on the stomach 36?
Yes. There it is. So the frankincense, you're going to apply that to stomach 36, which is this point that's under the kneecap, like under the knee. and it's just under the knee on the kind of towards the outside of your leg. So if you feel your leg, you'll feel your leg bone, and then you'll feel like the muscle or the connective tissue next to it. That's where you're going to apply it. So next to that leg bone, like, because you're trying to get in between those two bones, so that for that meridian. So yeah, is that what you wanted to know? Yes. Frankincense is again a harmonizer, and it's an integrator, so it helps to distribute all of these everywhere they need to go. So anywhere that's hurting, anywhere that your body's still feeling wounded or, stopped, it just takes it all through the body and all through those energy meridians. The frankincense does, and it just helps to apply it to everything that needs healing. So that's what that's for in the blend. It's a harmonizer. So the last one, oh my gosh, look how easy this one is. Okay, so now we have our beautiful, beautiful pink pepper, our blue tansy, and the magnolia touch, right? So you're gonna take the pink pepper and blue tansy first, and you're going to apply it. So that is just kind of dab it into the palm, or tip it in it, because it's really, really like it's flowy, right? And then you're going to add that pink pepper there, just add it in there, and then you're going to rub this together, and you're going to put it on that solar plexus. So that's right there at the bottom of the ribs, at the top of the tummy area. And you're just going to put that on there, and then you're going to take your hands, and it's still on there, and just inhale for 3 minutes. So you're going to inhale, and I'm going to tell you about I am worthy, right? So each of you is an infinite being. Okay, each of you is a soul that lives, on after the body is gone. So your timing is perfect. You don't need to have experienced wisdom before now, learned everything by now, none of that. You have all the time in the world to grow and evolve, and you will. So you're worthy and deserving of healing and being loved and loving yourself. You're accepting yourself as you are in the moment. So when you are worthy, as in I am worthy, it's not about perfection. It's not about being a perfect paragon of virtue and just being the greatest person ever. It's not that. It's being able to accept yourself where you are now in this moment. It's being able to accept the darkness and the lightness that we each contain. It's learning to listen to yourself. It's learning to support yourself and to do what is right for you, so you can shine your light out and illuminate other people and see them and love them and help them. So that's what this protocol is for. It's not about like putting yourself above anybody. It's about just being able to be there and uplift others, right? As you uplift yourself. So the blue tansy is amazing. It gives you access to your destiny. It's a time traveling oil. It gives you access to your destiny. So it gives you that bird's eye view of life, so you can see that you have a destiny, you have a purpose ahead of you, and you're going to move towards that, right? You're going to keep going towards that. And the pink pepper is a manifesting oil. So pink pepper helps to strengthen your throat and your heart so that you can speak, so that you can choose your words, so that you can create power and intention. And it also brings that manifestation or what we call embodying it and stepping into it, seeing it, smelling it, experiencing it. Pink pepper is that. It helps you to be able to manifest, to feel that, so you can be that, right? And then we have our magnolia. So the magnolia is back of neck. So like just like back, like under your hairline there, the inside of your elbow creases, and the midline trunk of the body. So that's what you're going to finish off with after you breathed in your pink pepper and blue tansy. And if you can't reach those elbow creases, you can just put it on the wrists. But yeah, go ahead and do the elbow creases. And then there, she did it like a little zigzaggy midline trunk of body. So you can do that and then kind of rub it in. And I mean, I love magnolia. It smells so good. So magnolia, this beautiful oil, is for nourishing and opening the heart to receive love, connection, and healing. And it helps you to embrace your divine beauty and worth. So we're going to wear our worth with pride and show it off so that others can have an example to follow, right? So you are worthy of all your dreams coming true. You only need to feel it as often as possible. So it's accessible to you. You can use any one of these protocols over again, or you can do the whole thing over again, or you can just do the I am worthy stuff over again, whichever one you feel. Okay, so work with it as you go, and just follow your own intuition on what you're feeling, kind of what you're craving, what you think you're needing from it, right? So next, we're going to do an integration protocol. So here's the integration. It's with Douglas fir and lemon. Okay, so I love Douglas fir. It smells like candy to me. I don't know. It smells really good. So with the Douglas fir and the lemon, what you're going to do is you're going to put a drop of each into your palm. And then you're going to, and be careful because the Douglas fir, when the bottle is full, it just pours out like water. So be careful with that. And the lemon is also easy pour too. So both of these guys you can over pour. So just be careful and don't get them running down your arms. And what you're going to do is you're just going to dip the fingertips into your palm to get the Douglas fir and lemon on your fingertips. Then you're going to go ahead and put it on your other fingertips by pressing them all together like this, like a little hand tent, right? And you're going to go ahead and rub your scalp like you're doing a shampoo. So from the fingertips, this is going all over the scalp. And this is for integration. Okay. So this is a little bonus section that she added onto the end. And these smell so good together. Oh my gosh, you can breathe them into. So Douglas fir is helping to program those new ways of thinking and being. And lemon is providing that mental clarity and that fresher perspective in life, circumstances, and just looking at it differently, right? So lemon's helping you to uplift your spirit and instilling hope for a brighter future. So yay, lemon and Douglas fir. So what happens? You're going to feel that these seeds of worthiness that we're planting today are going to sprout. They're going to sprout. They're going to begin to take up some space. They're going to require you to shine your light on them and grow them. You're going to have to, focus on you and love you. So as you grow and change emotionally and spiritually, you'll be able to get more out of each essential oil because your frequency is rising. And as your frequency rises, you'll begin to pick up more beautiful nuances in oils and be able to really feel more what you need and what you want from, your oils, and just really enjoy them, have more depth, which is just a beautiful way to live when you're using your essential oils. And you're going to live your destiny. You're going to step into your destiny. It's going to be amazing because you are worthy and deserving and amazing. So you never weren't. You just were letting it get blocked off by things that were upsetting you. So that was never a problem for you, but let's just move it aside and live, right? Let's live open as we can, right? So what's going to happen to us? Well, the thing that's going to happen to us is that, oh, thanks, Carrie, is that we're going to feel some release. Okay. So over time, we're going to feel some release. This evening, if it's possible, go ahead and do this diffuser blend. If you have these oils, you can do 5 drops of sandalwood, 3 drops of bergamot, 5 drops of myrrh. And this helps you to release regret and process grief. So sometimes we hold on to things that make us unhappy. And then when we let them go, we feel sad to see them go. Why do we do this? I have no idea, but we just have this bizarre tendency as the little funny creatures that we are, that we do that. So we want to get the flow, right? We want to get that flow back. We want to feel these emotions. We want to be able to release regret. We want to process that grief. We don't want to hang on to it and keep on going through it. And I mean, grief for, for whatever we weren't once, you know what I mean? Grief for the times when we made a mistake or whatever. We got to let that go. We got to let that regret go. It happened. It's in the time stream. We can't get back to it, right? We can only go forward. So let's release that. Let's take it easy on ourselves and let's just love ourselves. So that the sandalwood is sacred. So it enriches the soul and it nourishes. The bergamot is self-acceptance, obviously, as you all know, and love and confidence. And the myrrh is the oil. It brings you this divine worth. It shows you that God has made you, and God has made you worthy of healing and of being the best person you can be. So that's your divine worth, right? So that's wonderful. And so then we have our roller. So this is great roller. I love this blend. I made it and I put it in my sparkly, warkly roller. It smells so good together. So this roller is called the protection of your progress roller. So this is a roller to kind of keep you moving forward in the direction that you need to go. And you'll know when you need it if you start to feel like, things creeping back in, but whatever, some kind of blaming, some kind of silly thing that you say that you're saying, and getting your brain back into, you recognize this pattern. Now that we've gone through it, you recognize the pattern that wasn't good, right? So this is a protection roller that protects your progress. So you're going to I did it in a 10 mil. So if you do a 10 mil, just go ahead and double the amount of drops. So it's a recipe for 5 mil and it's 7 drops of Siberian fir, 5 drops of petitgrain, 3 drops of cypress, 2 drops of wintergreen, and 3 drops of frankincense. So, the cypress is for flow, the wintergreen is for helping you with that hurt, with that pain, being able to just get through it, go through it. Because the only way, you don't avoid it, you go through it. It's there, you accept it, you embrace it, you are okay. And then the frankincense is harmonizing. So I still was going to look up the Siberian fir and the petitgrain for you really quickly. Okay, so the Siberian fir, it's really soothing, and it helps with the circulation of chi in the lungs, right? So that really helps to circulate the chi around the body. So that's what the Siberian fir is doing for you. And sorry, it takes a second to look it up because they're different blends. So
You top that with fractionated
sometimes they're confusing.
Do you top
Sorry.
those balls with fractionated coconut oil, or just do?
Yes, yes, you can, or you can just do them neat. If your body tolerates it and it doesn't bother you, then you can just like mix it up, and as you use it up, go ahead and do it like full strength if you want to. It's really not something that's going to it's good. It's good. So petitgrain is another oil that is very similar, or its use is very, very similar to the lemongrass, in that it really is like a demolition, right? It's a demolition of all the things that are negative and all the things that we hang onto, that self-sabotage. The petitgrain really just breaks up that behavior. It's in the behavior area, the action area, and lets you have that cleansing and lets you keep going forward with your progress. And as I said, you can go ahead and do the whole protocol again. It's fine. And just like I said, just give yourself that time to really like go through it again and really write and journal or speak it or whatever. This is all about you. It's not involving others. It's all about yourself and figuring out for yourself how to forgive, how to release, and you need to do what really works for you. I'm not a catharsis person, but I do like the journaling. I do. So I'm going to stop the share unless somebody has a specific slide they would like to see again, in which case I will show it to you.
Yes,
hopefully you
please.
guys were all able to save them.
Can you, let's see, I'm trying to go through my notes. I'm sorry. I
No,
have
it's okay.
clear the noise. And then can you show replenish, please?
Replenish. Okay, let's see if I have it. Do I have it? Or do I have to put it up? I think I have to put it up. Yeah. Okay, I'll find it for you.
Thank you. There are a couple other
Yeah.
ones. I was just so into, I forgot to screen share or screenshot it.
No. Okay. So which other ones do you need? Replenish and what else?
Replenish, and then I have pull the roots. I have forgiveness. I am worthy. And the integration protocol.
Okay. There's replenish.
Thank you.
Diana, did you make all these slides with like this detail about where to put everything?
No, she did.
These are just wonderfully helpful.
They are, aren't they? They're a lot like this book. This book has like diagrams in it, which we can do this in the future too.
I am magnetic. Yes. We got to work through this though. We got to give us all at least a month to work through feeling worthy, right?
See, in the I am worthy, it has the little diagrams. And also in the book, if you get the book and get yourself some roller balls, it has the labels and the
I love it when they
labels and
do
everything
that.
that you can use.
I love
So,
that.
and you can use it as a diary. It has like space to write and everything. But as I said, the blends are completely different. So these were made to kind of power through this and kind of roto-rooter this stuff right out of your life. So you can like, get out there and be getting it, right? So
I love
yeah,
it.
what
It's
else did
like,
you need to see, Leslie? Did you need to see this guy?
Uncover the shame.
Oh,
Oh, yes, I
uncover
need
shame.
that one too.
Oh, Leslie.
while you're looking
Señorita,
for
I'm
that, I
pressing
love that it's
buttons
like
too
that.
fast.
I love that it's like, look, you're worthy. Get out there and kick some butt, right? Like, stop with the excuses, stop with the drama, like, shut it off. You've spent how many years carrying this around? You know what I mean? That's what it feels. It feels like it's like, okay,
It's
you
kind
now,
of, yeah.
it's permission. It's permission, right? It feels like it's permission.
True. She's
like
she
moving on.
has really stepped into her power. Unfortunately, she has gotten a divorce and things are going,
Oh.
changing. Her name will change, but this time has brought some things to light for everyone that this time of quarantine, this time of pandemic, all of this things have happened that have shown people things that they weren't looking at, that they weren't facing. And honestly, she's like on fire right now, and she just feels great, and she's just really like just feeling her power uninterrupted, her intuition just really just bringing out as much as she possibly can. She's writing a book, she's being a single mother, she's doing all these classes, and just really just putting herself out there, and I think it's really wonderful. So she's like, it's not that she didn't go through grief and sadness and forgiveness and all this other stuff that she's had to go through, but she just feels really good where she is, because she's that sort of person. She likes to act on it and move on, and yes, so she's like, you are worthy, do it. Don't spend too much time stressing about it, just do it.
Well, and I like how at the end you said you go through all this, then just step into your destiny. Step into
exactly
what it's meant to be, right?
I cannot wait.
You need to step into your destiny for sure. ¿Qué pasa, Leslie? Dime.
No, I just said I can't wait to listen to this again and like fill in my little areas in my notepad, and oh my God.
Yes. We need to I'm gonna get the recording right out to you guys, because I know I'll be trying to watch it again. Because clearly
I know you need to have your oils with you, Carrie.
Exactly. I want to have my oils with me and do it. And I do, for me, I feel like because of kids and distractions and work, I feel like an evening would be the best time for me to work through and take the time and feel like I wasn't like rushing through and then immediately after kind of shortchanging the process by then just jumping into like regular stuff. I don't know. Yeah. I feel like I need the time to let it absorb and process. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yes.
Yeah,
and then,
for sure. I agree.
In a better place, you know what I mean, to make the most of it, right? And so, sorry, there was a person, but
just need to turn around and tell him I'm worthy. Move on.
Into my destiny.
Well, I'm in like, look, I'm definitely in a cast member section of the world right here, but it's a little quieter. I know that's hard to believe because it's really friggin' loud, but it's a little quieter. But I did not want to miss a minute of this tonight, so I was not taking any chances. So this has just been so good.
Excellent.
Thank you for your patience. Thank you so much. We were having some technical difficulties, so that's why I'm all
Okay, it all worked.
It
I
was
don't think it was
discombobulated.
perfect. And I got to tell you, I feel like those slides that you put together and how they all work, like sometimes, you know, you see slides and you see stuff and you think, oh gosh, when I look at that again, I'm not going to know what they meant. This is like, I can look at that and I know exactly what I need to do. I love the diagram with the part of the body, how you wrote it out. It's very simple and straightforward. And like, I'm like, oh, I can do that.
right.
Like, you know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about? How sometimes you feel a little bit like, oh, I hope you know, but I'm totally looking at it and feeling confident that I can take this in and do it and put it to work, which thank you so much for making it that way accessible. You know, you did all of the like, look, how long did I have the book? And I never even cracked the book. And you're the one who brought it to life.
The book, but I really do like the all at once class. Like I did the book and I feel like it was a little bit turned the focus, like you said, to taking a long time to get through it. You know what I mean? So it kind of like made you feel like, okay, you got a couple of weeks to kind of work with this. And a lot of that ended up, you know, for some people getting them stuck again and getting them kind of caught. Because I did it with her group. I did it with her Facebook page, and we all did it together, and she came on and did a bunch of live supportive videos and stuff as we went through the process through every, you know, phase. And they were great. Believe me, they were amazing to be there and to do it that way. But, you know, I feel like a lot of people ended up getting kind of stuck because it was too long of a time in between the phases.
Well,
And they just really dug into that section, and they got really like, you know, like they're like, I'm just crying all the time. I'm just really whatever. Now I'm mad at my family and we can't get along. And like there was a lot of motion that kind of opened up, and then that people just got trapped in that moment, and it wasn't the best for flowing through it. So I really love this all-in-one way of doing it. And if you can do it like that when you do the book, like if you, I would never have, like, she doesn't say it that way when in the book when she writes it, but you know, this process, the process to clear the stagnation, to nourish, then to harmonize, you know, that if you can do it in like take a day or retreat yourself to, you know, a weekend, and you have all your oils and you made all the blends and you did all the stuff, I say do it, because, you know, you'll really, you know, get something out of it. And I think that taking longer to do it does actually give you a little bit less of like motion, you know.
Well, and it seems obvious. I mean, let's be real. Even, I mean, the people here in the class, as moms, as women, as people who do the work we do or whatever, if you don't feel that you're worthy, you're not going to spend a month on a protocol to figure out that you're worthy, because you're not going to put the time and effort toward figuring that out, right? I mean, you're just going to be like, I don't have time for that. But like do it in a day, okay, and then once you do it once, it's that little, it like cracks the door just a hair, that you go, oh, I want to do that again, and maybe the door cracks a little bit more, and then like I think it's genius. I agree, because it's the truth. I mean, that's why I haven't done it, because I'm like, I know I'm worthy. I'll get to that when I'm feeling like I need to spend time on making sure I'm worthy. Like, you know what I mean? Like you just,
well, and it's a beautiful book, but you know, she actually had a baby, you know, in the process of writing this book. And so that was her little youngest baby. And she was, you know, busy with that. Then, you know, it's a newborn, you're busy. You know, you being a mom and everything, and then your family. Oh, thank you, Susan. Well, so Diane, you know, it's just like something that you really, you know, like I think she got a little bit, you know, she wasn't able to really put it out there and do the things that she wanted to do because of that, but she did an amazing job. So, you know, but you can't go back in time. I guess you can look on her page and see her videos that she did for this, but you might have to dig around a little bit on the Fabulous and Free page is where she went through this with us. But it's like I said, it was a couple years ago. So you're gonna have to look through and kind of dig in. And then she did some like lives and stuff that she recorded in that Facebook group. So hopefully they're still there and findable.
Well, I've never seen any of her training or presentations or anything. And I mean, Diana, I think if she were to see this, she would be like, okay, you'd be Desiree part 2. I mean, your presentation, the way your voice and your kindness and your everything. Oh, you're just, it was perfect. It was so
thank you. It's super important to me. It's super important to me to make sure that it's very clear and make sure that it's very understandable and that the purpose behind it is told to you, because I think that as much as the oils do work in raising your frequency, and you know, Tammy knows this, she's experienced this, you know, they really do the work whether you're paying attention or not, you know. But when you do look into it, when you do hear what's behind it, what is the purpose, then it just brings that level of richness and really just helps you to go to that place. And that's the place where you need to go to heal and to feel better and to be, you know, your best self. So that's why I do that.
Thank you so much for bringing this whole thing to us and spending I know this was a tremendous amount of work on your part to bring this to life for us and to make like spoon feed it to us. The way, you know what I mean? Like, just like, here you go, people. You just broke down an entire book in an hour and a half or what, I don't even know what time it is, but you know, just so good. Thank you so much. I cannot wait. I've never seen combinations.
I know you smell good. I know. I love the pink pepper and blue tansy is like, ooh.
I want the black pepper. And
I know
black
you just
fruit.
you smell like oil from the top of your head to the to your feet. Like it's
incredible.
So good. You took your oil bath.
It's actually something that, you know, if you do this over, you know, like you could probably, when you practice this, you could probably go through it within 10 or 15 minutes and make it like a routine in the morning, you know, to just start in the morning and then kind of do your oils and breathe and say your affirmations. And then the next one, and then you would smell like this all day. Can you imagine what you would be doing to people that you encounter?
I agree. I think that's a wonderful way to do it. Yeah.
All right, I'm going to stop the recording. Just let me do that really quick. If I can find the button. There's the button.